Okay.
Well, I don't see us yet. There we are. Wake up, Wilmington. We're here. Look at this lovely bunch I got on here today. Bill Lehrman and Mr. Seth. Seth from Bosom. Not Bill Marine or Doug Marine or Amy Marine. It's Bosom Ford.
Morning.
Seth Caldwell's here. So, and oh, Rick, man, I wish I knew you were coming. I'd have brought your thing back.
He's got donuts?
I got one donut. Oh, we need cookies. His wife.
I've heard his wife makes great cookies, and my wife makes the candy buckeyes. Yeah.
Yeah, she should have her own business.
No, I got it. Charlie, talk.
I wish I knew that you were coming. I would have brought your container back.
Oh, this was a last minute deal.
Okay, are you gonna hang out for a while?
Yeah.
You can come on up with us.
Back to the evil empire.
Oh, you're gonna be with the evil emperor? Okay. All right.
Snuggling Jerry. No, I'm not snuggling Jerry. Sorry about your luck, Jerry.
Fridays a lot of times are eventful here because sometimes people come in. We've had 10, 15 people in here before, just harassing us mainly.
Fridays are drop-in days, Charlie.
Yeah, that's great. Anyhow, Seth works out at Bosom, but you also are a farmer, right?
Yeah, well, my dad's the farmer. I'm just a hired hand.
You're the hired hand,
Yeah.
and your son works out there, right?
Yeah, he's the salesman with me. Yep. Yeah.
So, and you had your own auto lot one time, right?
No, I had the lawnmower shop up here in town.
Oh, you had a lawnmower
Yeah,
shop.
over at the old farmer's market.
You still do that too?
I tinker.
Yeah.
I kind of got away from it, but I enjoy tinkering on them. It gives me something to do.
We're going to be talking about Ford, what maybe some specials he has out there. And if you don't follow Seth, you need to follow him just so you can watch some of his sales and some of his antics when he does stuff. This man, he's very calm right now, but
It's early.
He is like Bill. He can get wired up in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
and
Bill's definitely wired.
it is very, very fun to watch. I think the most fun video I ever watched him do, he went live from the porta potty.
Oh yeah. Down at Clint Massey.
Yeah, giving Clint Massey all kinds of heck. Hey, guys, we're doing a show here.
We don't care.
They're talking like, oh, there's nothing going on. Anyhow, just trying to. I don't want people at home going, what the hell's all that background noise going on? But anyhow, Seth went live from the restroom because Clint Massey has nice outdoor restrooms down there,
yeah.
but they don't work very well when they're locked up.
No.
And he's a Blanchester guy, so he didn't want to be a Clint Massey to begin with.
Yeah.
And then they made him use a John Rolfe porta potty, which John Rolfe porta potties are creme de la creme. They're good.
Yep, they do a good job keeping them clean.
Shades inside, Charlie.
They have the Baudays or whatever. What are those things called?
Bidets?
Yeah. Is that what they call them?
It squirts the water.
Yeah, squirts water up your butt. Yeah, there you go.
That's what that was. I didn't know what that was.
That's how fancy they are.
No, what'd you do? Wash your hands?
No, I drank out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, that Blue Magoo stuff didn't taste too good.
See, that's what I told you guys. It's going to be a fun morning, I think. Now, you guys didn't have to quit talking altogether. I just wanted you to calm down a little
Well,
bit.
thank you, Charlie. We appreciate it. But we're going to eat all the cookies, so that's...
No, you're not. Seth's got to have a cookie. You're going.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'll wrestle somebody over it.
Have you ever had chocolate chip cookies with sea salt?
Have a cookie.
No, I don't think I have.
Very generous.
I've had them every other way, but I don't think I've had them.
I'm going to tell you what.
They're the best.
Stephanie's outdone herself.
You're in for treats. Oh, they're different today.
Yeah.
What they got?
Oatmeal scotchies with chocolate chips.
Oatmeal scotchies with chocolate chips.
Yeah.
Throwing a curveball down.
Let's go to commercial.
I think Charlie wants to eat, and I know Seth does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Now, Seth, the first 15 minutes we do news, but feel free to opine. Anything you
Okay.
want to say? Tuesday, it's coming up, tax day, folks. If you haven't got your taxes done, get them done. We had ours done, and then the IRS said they wouldn't take them. They needed another form. Imagine that. And that other form cost us $1,900. We were going to get $1,914 back. And he said, we'll still give you 14 back. $14.
That gets you a few gallons of
It's
gas.
like, you know what I'm thinking, IRS. Anyhow.
So they finally found out about your gambling, is that?
No, it wasn't a gambling. No, they'd probably pay me more because I would show losses. U.S. Holding off on ordering Chinese goods, especially Christmas stuff already, because of the tariffs. And that's good. Like I said before, don't get upset that you think we're treating China bad. Folks, they pay sweatshops to do all the work for them over there.
So they said my $1,300 iPhone will now be $3,500 if they have to do it here in the United States.
Really? Well, it's funny you mentioned about iPhones, because guess how many tons of iPhones were shipped from India before the tariffs went in? How many tons of iPhones
I wouldn't have it.
shipped to the United States? Just play high-low. Take a guess.
I heard that somewhere, and I can't remember what it was.
But they were still Chinese.
It was like 5. Was it 5 tons?
No, a lot more.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
20.
Guys, we got to think big. This is China. This is a big country. Well, India actually is where they're.
Well, they're doing that.
Well, guess.
with the
40.
tariffs.
40?
50.
Have you guessed yet, Seth?
I haven't guessed.
Well, guess. Guess big.
Shoo.
Guess big.
100 ton?
Times 6.
No kidding.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. 600 tons of iPhones out of India. And they shipped them all before the tariff went in. So that's good. So approximately now, how many iPhones do you think that is?
I wouldn't have a
Do
clue.
we care?
That's too much math
Do we
at
actually
8 o'clock
care?
in the morning.
$1 trillion.
Yeah.
A trillion, no. But it is over a million. 1.5 million iPhones.
So the tariffs are sitting for from China at 125 both directions.
And that's fine. You know what?
Well, they said they're going to jack China up to about 400%.
Well, I think
Yeah, I think.
they're going to negotiate finally. I've heard that they're going to work on negotiating now. This is some other interesting stuff going on. Inflation is cool, but tariffs still loom. MLB, Major League Baseball, is currently looking at a salary cap. Have you
About
heard
time.
that? Have you heard that though?
No, I had not, but it's about time.
And Jerry, I'm sorry about this, but this might affect you a little bit. You're the only one probably can afford this clothes. Prada is buying Versace. So that's going to be one company now.
Here goes all your suits, Jerry.
$1.38 billion. Yeah.
I'll buy mine at TSC and Ollie's.
You know where I buy mine?
I still go to the thrift store.
That's where I go, thrift store, baby.
you go.
Goodwill and the thrift store.
Well, we got the TJ Maxx coming, so.
Yep.
you might-
TJ
Right,
Maxx
yep.
coming. That's more of a women thing, isn't it?
It's everything.
That's everything?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, no.
And with,
I heard a horror story about TJ Maxx last night.
Well, let's hear it.
Huh?
Let's hear it.
He's trying to get us sued, Charlie.
One of my daughters went to a TJ Maxx, and she got this charge on first time it came. She had this extra charged on her account, and she called them to know what it was, and they said, "Well, this was charged in Tennessee." She said, "I haven't been in Tennessee in years." So before she ever had a chance to use her card, other than at the store, the day she opened it up,
It was
it
already.
got hacked, and somewhere in Tennessee, and she was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh, gosh.
I tell you what you got to watch is Amazon. All these Amazon people are hacking. Bunch of Amazon people will get on there and hack you. And yeah, if you have Amazon, you don't really notice it at first because you usually have a monthly charge anyhow for Amazon. It comes up Amazon. Yeah, if you have the cable or Prime or whatever. So that's a sneaky way that they're getting extra charges in. I had like 10 of them. And I had to get them taken off. I haven't even reopened that card yet. They sent me the new one. I don't need it yet, so I'm just kind of holding off. How was that mocha drink last night? That mocha, I had a mocha. What was it? Hazelnut with vanilla ice cream frappuccino last night down at pizza place there in Sabina. Fresh pizza and cream. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The bomb, huh?
Oh, It's like heaven. Almost as good as Rick's wife's cookies. Almost. I'm serious. 6 people got killed last night on the Hudson River. I don't know much about that. The helicopter, right?
Yeah, helicopter.
Tourists, they do tours.
Yeah, they just had come in from Spain.
Yeah.
And he was an executive of Siemens, I guess, from what I saw.
Yeah.
And it looked like the main rotor blade came off because it landed away from the chopper after the chopper hit the main rotor blade, landed into the ground.
Have you ever
It
rode?
come off and cut the chopper and cut the tail clear off.
They said because that
Did you see the
video, it just come. I mean, the chopper came straight down.
somebody had it on the video and you could see the tail section of it kind of going off in the distance. Yeah.
Really?
There was a picture. I just saw a picture of the family on the line.
I haven't seen any. I heard about it, so I wrote it down.
3 little kids. I mean,
Oh, really?
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
Now, have any of you ever rode in a helicopter?
No,
Yeah.
I've never been off the
You've
ground.
rode, okay, you've rode in a helicopter, so I've heard, like, when you're in a helicopter, like, the pilot has to make, I don't know, what, 30, 40 decisions every minute, or, 30,
Yeah, he's
constantly doing something.
because the helicopter's basically off the heat of the air. So when you hit a cloud, you actually fall down because you lose that buffer.
Yeah.
And then when the cloud goes by, you come back up. So yeah, they've got everything going on at one time.
That's what I've heard. I've heard there's a lot of actions, yeah,
It scares the crap out of me because
when they do this.
my
That's
granddaughter,
what scared the crap out of me.
my granddaughter that's down in North Carolina, their neighbor has helicopters.
Yeah.
And she flies with him in their private helicopter. Her best friend is their little girl, and they go places with him in that helicopter all the time, private, small helicopter.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh God, yeah, it just scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, well, I bet it would. I've never been in one, because that's one of those deals you have to weigh yourself, I think, before you get on there.
No, I'm definitely not
But
getting
I know. But even these small planes, they want you to do. I do a car show out at the Clinton County Airfield once a year, and before you get in there, you got to weigh yourself because they got to balance the weight out.
Sure.
So, yeah, it was.
They do that in planes, commercial planes, everything.
For the CG, center of gravity.
Yeah. Well, but
Well, they put all the chubby people on one side and get the skinny people in between you.
I think that's why my ass is always sitting in the back. That way.
It's wheelie time, man.
Yeah, exactly. Going up makes it easier to take off with all the
Well, you
fat
go to
people in
take
the
off
back.
and it struggles to get off the ground and somebody lied.
Yeah.
That kind
Yeah,
of makes
you ain't
sense.
getting my wife to give her away. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
We just wouldn't fly. Go back to the car.
Well, we drive most of the time. Although I tell you what kind of freaked us out about flying was we flew. It was like July 29th. We just got married, and well, no, that was before, wasn't it? That was in December. Yeah. Well, hey, like 6 months beforehand of 9/11, 2001, we flew on a flight clear to California. And you talk about the thought process, because they said these guys were riding on planes and everything. You just wonder if one of those guys wasn't on there.
Scary.
And then we finally flew again last year, and we went again. We like going on these long flights. We went clear up to Alaska, and everything was fine. Everything was good, but it's flying's nothing to it. It's safer in the car.
I'll take your word for it.
It is. I mean, I would encourage you to do it once.
I ain't got nowhere to go.
I even had the opportunity to fly on a broom once, but I turned it
I
down.
believe that. I believe that. Well, listen.
I knew she'd shove me off.
We're up to our first break, so we'll be back. And when we come back, I'm just going to say this before we go there. The House did vote to approve a blueprint of the budget. You got to see that, and the Senate has too. So that's good news. But when we come back, we're going to be talking Ford. Now, is it first on race day or something else?
No, whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
Not talking bosoms?
Yeah, we can talk bosoms too.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Rick misunderstood.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Nursery rhyme historians uncover the truth about Jack and Jill.
There was no hill to climb, and new clues cast doubt on there ever being a pail. What could be next? The tortoise and the hare living together?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. The nursery rhymes may be made up, but the only thing made up here is the news.
That's right, Steve. On the Murphy Report. With a new report every week beginning Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Hard-hitting, cutting edge, and a third less fulfilling.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
A combined 415 years in the news business.
It's made-up news you can count on to get you through your day.
And put you to sleep at night, just like me with my warm milk and cookies. And a plethora of heart-related medications.
Plus all the real news on what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
That's on the Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
All right, guys, in our efforts here to promote local businesses, we've got Mr. Seth Caldwell. By the way, the temperature's 36. I don't know if I said that earlier. It's supposed to get 48 today. But Seth works out at Bosom. He is a salesman, but he also works on a farm and
Does stand-up comedy.
We found out too. But if you ever watch his Facebook Lives, he gets into some of that. He's a hoot to watch. So I'm going to give that to you too. So
I appreciate it.
So, give us a little history. Where are you from? How long you been doing it? Just tell us about you a little bit.
So, been out of jail 2 days. So I'm happy to say that. Now, we grew up on a farm just between Midland and Martinsville. My grandpa started, and then Dad took it over, and maybe one day Dad will let me take it over. So, grew up on a farm there, and I done just lawnmower repair. I had a lawnmower shop up here in town, and did that for a while, and met a guy, Jeremy Kaler. He's our general manager now, and looked at getting out of lawnmower business and jumped into car business and another dealership, and started watching one of the guys down there, and he was being pretty successful from Facebook, and just started doing videos and pictures and doing that kind of stuff. And
let's face it, Facebook is now your local newspaper.
It really is. It really is. And I know it drives certain people crazy. Not everybody wants to see, their little fat buddy dancing around on the video. But let's face it, on the edge of town that we're on, for Wilmington, there's not much over there. And when I first come up here, I was a little nervous about coming to a small town on that end of town, and it's really growing. Bosom's doing a great job. Jeremy's doing a great job. We've got a really good staff, good service manager now, Anthony Smith. He just come aboard with us a few months ago and took over service. And of course, we got a lot of the guys too from Bill Marine. We still got Davey. Davey hangs out with us, and Rick and Kenny and Van back in the shop.
Right.
So,
Kenny's been there a long time.
Oh yeah, and people love Kenny. Customers. What's funny about Kenny? Customers will pull in, bypass everybody, and go right in the shop. And we're like, you can't do that anymore.
Right.
Don't go in the shop, you'll get hurt. So.
Well, Bosom has, a couple more dealerships also?
Yeah, so they got a Nissan and a Subaru store down in Cincinnati. So, but yeah, I've been around since 1909. Joe Bosom, he's a great guy. I got to say that on here.
Yeah, you better.
No doubt. Yep, no doubt.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you guys came or bought that, I heard the rumor was you guys were thinking about moving it like out to the interstate.
Yeah, so that's what they're working on. They actually they bought the ground. I want to say 36 or 38 acres. They bought out by off 73 before you get to 71, and we're currently working on building our Ford store out there. So there's been a lot of bumps in the road to get there, and some people, they just don't realize how long it takes. I was with another organization that built a dealership. I was there 6 years, and it still hadn't opened. So it takes a little while to get these things off the ground and get them moving. And
that'll be a great location, though.
We're excited. I'm really excited to get out there. So
that would, yeah.
But I'll tell you, I do like the panel walls and the old-fashioned. I remember me and my grandpa going into that store when I was a kid. So it's kind of neat to still see that. I think the first mouse that ever died in the wall is still in that wall.
They got the first bat that ever died here in the Murphy Theater. It's upstairs in the film room. Petrified.
Cookies are great.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. Yeah, that's what Stephanie Morton coming through again.
Yep.
Harry Hartman is 80 there. He's in the middle of Florida right now. Harry, shut up. No. How you doing, Michelle Tebow? Nat Beamer, of course, is on. Debbie Bowling, Kathy Roland-Rager. If you guys have any questions for Seth, feel free, because he is at Bosom. How many cars you guys got out there right now? Inventory.
I believe we're around 75 used.
The inventory's really up, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
And Jeremy's doing a good job keeping our used stuff stocked up. We've got a lot of new. We got a lot of discounts right now. Ford come out swinging last week. They come out and said, you know what, we're just going to make across the board. Everybody gets an employee discount. So the guys that builds the cars.
I heard that on commercials.
Price.
Yeah, that's a big incentive right there.
Well, and that's what everybody was waiting for me to do a video on that. But I wanted to get my ducks in a row before I went jumping out yelling that, because that's a huge.
But you just heard it here.
Yeah.
Breaking news right here.
Yeah. You can buy that thing. For
employee discount.
Yep.
Wow. So everybody.
Yep.
You don't have to work there.
And almost everything that Ford has. The only thing that I think that you can't is 25 Super Duties. That's the only thing that I can think of right now. So.
That's right, Michelle Tebow. Don't forget about the fish fries, the last one tonight, right? Plus they're having, and that's at the Catholic Church, but they're also having one at the Assembly of God tonight, too. So you don't like to eat, do you?
Only a 50 go around.
50 go around for the last one, yes.
Yeah, this will be the last one tonight for a while. What is the name again? The name of the car dealership is Bosom. Bosom.
Yeah.
You know what a bosom is, don't you, Matt Beamer?
Oh, it's big.
Yeah. Big Bosom Ford.
Yeah.
You guys call it that out there?
Oh, yeah. Big bosom. So when I got there, I read something or seen it somewhere. We put the USA in bosom. So that's how I know how to spell it.
That's true. Yeah,
Hey, I like that. I never saw that.
And the slogan, what? Dealership closest to your heart, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, Bill, you're on top of this.
Hey, marketing background, what can I say?
Bill's on top of it. Now, you guys, I know we've had Wilmington Auto on here before, and I've invited people from Bush to come on too, but they haven't taken the invite yet. But Wilmington Auto, they bought out Shallon, and I call it the winter rats. You got any winter rats out there for sale?
Yeah, we got a few. We typically we don't deal a ton in the value cars, but we do try to keep a few in, or we get them in on trade.
Well, yeah.
And we're actually buying cars right now. So if you're looking at just selling your car, there's no strings attached. You come in, we'll appraise it and buy it from you.
I just got a little letter the other day about that.
Well, I hand wrote that letter.
Oh, is that coming from you?
I can't write. I can't write.
I don't remember whose name was at the bottom of it.
Jeremy Kaler. He's our general manager up there. Yeah.
Now, Matt Beamer was talking about the big Ford that maybe didn't get the discount. What was it?
The 25 Super Duty. Now, the 24 you do.
The 25 Super Duty.
Yeah.
There you go. I tell you what, these trucks, they cost more than what I gave for a house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean, that's not throwing shade at Ford. That's just the whole.
That's across the board.
Yeah, the whole.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, so don't take that the wrong way.
I never thought I'd see the day where used Kias are going for $20,000. You know.
Really?
So
Now-
it's crazy.
I just hotwire mine.
Is there any chance that Bosom will expand?
So yeah, big talks to that. I'm probably not going to jump into a lot of that, but I did talk to Joe and let him know I was coming to do this, and he went ahead and took the reins off me and said, "Well, you can let him know that we're looking to put a couple franchises out there."
Multi-line,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome.
So we are looking at that.
Well,
He's got a couple in the works right
If they
now.
move out there, they'll have the space to do it.
Well, that's why he bought 38 acres. That's kind of his thoughts. Because I know when they come to Wilmington, they was looking all around, you know, and when I got here, that had already started. So I was kind of thinking they were going to go towards the other end of town.
Yeah.
You know, out by, well, there's selling a lot of land out that way. So,
Right. Well, what's your manager's name again?
Jeremy Kaler.
If he ever wants to come on,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and this doesn't have to be the one and only time. You can come again,
No, we appreciate that.
especially if you have any deals like he just told us, guys. You know,
Yep.
employee discount for everybody.
Yep.
So
And we're making deals every day. We really are. It's you get a lot of the guys that's dealt in town and they'll come in and they'll sit down and go, "Well, I ain't never been able to get a deal here." Well, it's time. So we'll make you a deal. Come in, stop in, see your little fat buddy, Setty C.
Right here.
Out there. Your little fat, I'm gonna go into character. Your little fat buddy, Setty C. Come down and see me.
I
yeah,
know everybody likes to go out and kick the tires. You know, I sold cars for a while
I catch you
too.
kicking tires.
Yeah.
I'm calling the cops.
What are your sales hours?
We're 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, and 9 to 5 on Saturday.
Saturdays.
We're closed on Sunday right now.
do you know? Seth? Do you know Mint Moore?
I do not.
You should get to know this man. He drives for one of the NASCAR teams,
Oh, really?
and he's picking up a new race hauler today for the 60 team. Price is $750,000 just for the Featherlight trailer.
I don't make my truck sound too bad now,
No,
does it,
but
Charlie?
he has a beautiful Mustang. Has American flag on the top,
nice.
red, and but he would be a good one because you know if he could ever get some of his team members just come up and do a little meet and greet maybe at Bosom someday.
Yeah, that
So
would be neat.
it's on here. Mint is a great guy. Mint's been on the show before.
Is he from around here?
Yes.
Okay.
But right now he's from all over because he's driving cross country all
This
over.
is RFK Racing.
Yeah, yeah. They've got a huge staff. They run several race cars. But yeah,
That'd be neat to see.
you two definitely should meet
Yeah,
up
well, I think it's
and talk.
Yeah, send me a.
6, the 60, and the 17, I think, is the 3 cars.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Mint gives me all that stuff, but I don't pay much. No offense, Mint. I've never been a big.
If you get a chance,
NASCAR
message
guy.
me. That'd be neat to have him up to the lot.
You been a NASCAR guy? You like NASCAR?
No, I love NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt was my hero. I had a shrine at the radio station. Everybody thought I could look like Dale. Back when Deanna let me grow a mustache and I had on the cap, and the News Journal did a feature on me. Is this the real Dale Earnhardt? No, it's Bill Lehrman, sports guy at WSWO.
Oh, jeez.
How about that?
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, and
That's
yes,
better than your stories about looking like Brad Pitt.
Jerry, you're right.
What?
See that?
I thought it was Brad.
6, 17, and 60 are his cars. Yeah, but he's got one. Yeah, there's probably only maybe less than 100 people that have the job that he has in the whole country. Yeah, because he's not only a driver, but he's like the head of the drivers.
He's in high cotton.
Yeah, he's
He's a logistics man.
he's a great. Plus, he's just a great guy. It's time to take another break. When we come back, we're going. Why don't you think about like some entice people? You know, not that they just want to come see you, but but maybe say, give us some really maybe individual deals you can think of, or maybe some used stuff that's in there.
Yeah, we got plenty of used stuff.
Yeah, Jerry and Rick, they love used.
Oh, we do, yeah.
Oh, we're talking about cars. All right. All right. We'll be back in a minute.
Pre-owned.
Nursery rhyme historians uncover the truth about Jack and Jill.
There was no hill to climb, and new clues cast doubt on there ever being a pail. What could be next? The tortoise and the hare living together?
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. The nursery rhymes may be made up, but the only thing made up here is the news.
That's right, Steve. On the Murphy Report. With a new report every week beginning Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Hard-hitting, cutting-edge, and a third less fulfilling.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
A combined 415 years in the news business.
It's made up news you can count on to get you through your day.
And put you to sleep at night, just like me with my warm milk and cookies. And a plethora of heart-related medications.
Plus all the real news on what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
That's on the Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
SUV with a diesel. It's got 260,000 miles on it. That thing's in great shape. It's
Let's get personal. Let's get personal. Rick, you're not singing.
Let's get
Personal. Let's get personal. New show coming Sundays, fun days, 5 to 8. Seth, I know you're a married man, but what about your son?
He's doing really well. He's selling and.
No, is he married?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Joey's trying to get him hooked up.
you got any single guys out there working?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah,
everybody's married.
Hooked up with someone.
Well, we're looking at, this isn't a dating show, but it's a interpersonal relationship show for singles. We're going to have the geriatric edition, the youth edition, and the Sasquatch edition.
Okay.
So if anybody would be interested to be on this, it's going to be 3 hours, and we have 2 people that have majors in psychology that are going to be moderating the show and try to get people over some of the humps that might be, causing them some dating issues. So.
Yeah.
But we don't need that because, we're married. All 3 of us are. Now, Jerry, he might, I don't know,
You're already hopeless.
Yeah.
So what kind of special deals, do you have any, good used cars that you go, folks, I'm going to tell you what, if you got any Pontiac Vibes, folks, Pontiac Vibes are the car.
Those are really rare.
Yeah, but you know what?
Is that the car to have?
They'll go 300,000 miles.
Yeah.
No, they won't, Charlie.
Yeah.
$299.99.
That's what mine did. I'm going to take a picture when it flips over 300,000.
Yeah.
It stopped.
Yeah.
It stopped at 299,999 miles.
My oldest son, Stephen, had one of those. He loved it. Yeah,
they go
he
forever. They do. But tell us what you got.
So some of the things that we focus on as first-time buyers, rebuild your credit, reestablish. We've got one of the best finance departments that I can honestly say they're probably one of the best. We get a lot of people done. We work right here with Wright Pat, Fairfax, GE. We're with. We've essentially got 300 different banks that we could deal with, but.
Well, Ford probably does some inside financing too, don't they?
Ford does, but right now, since they did their employee pricing, they had a lot of special rates going out. They kind of took those away because it's a either or usually with Ford. You either get the 1.9 or the 0%, or you can get all the discounts. Well, right now it'd be crazy not to take the discounts and let us find you some good rates. So, but used cars. We've got anything from $5,000 car up to, $50,000 cars. So we've got everything in between. And a lot of my videos, that's what I try to show when we're out on the lot, we're walking around and we do the truck of the week. I like to do truck of the week and that kind of stuff, or car of the week. So we've got, if you're looking for a car, we got one for you. So, one of those deals.
Interject something. Of course, I dealt with Bill when I bought it, but my most recent car, my dealer driver, going back to Washington Courthouse and going everywhere that I did with tire discounters, I have a 2017 Ford Escape, and I'm going to tell you one thing. comparatively to a Chevy Equinox, the Escape was twice the car that the Equinox was. And I tell you what, I really liked the Ford Escape. Got 112,000 miles on it. Very good car.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, and like we were talking earlier, just the price of everything. Everything's up. The new Ford Escapes, they cost a little more, but I can't believe what they're putting in just a base model Escape now. So you don't get the crank windows and manual door locks anymore. You know? Yeah, it truly is. So.
Nice backup camera, a big one, especially for people like me that have a little bit of maneuvering problems. Backup cameras are great.
Yeah, and it was so weird because I got a 2016 Escape. That year they went to that little itty bitty.
The small inverter, yeah. Right.
And 17 had the big one.
Yes.
15 had the big one. Not 16. 16 had that little itty bitty thing in there.
Yeah.
Well, these daggone cars can almost just drive themselves anymore.
Well, in fact, Ford does have the Blue Cruise that does just that. It drives itself. So I did a video, Ford and Lincoln. I did a video in a Lincoln Nautilus that we had, and it was wild to get used to.
Who did they give the ticket to if the car caught speed?
I'm going to tell you right now, if you got a beer in your hand, you're still getting a DUI. So.
Don't drink and drive. That's what they say. Do not.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw this, but you need to go to my Facebook and look up. I just shared, this guy had a traffic stop yesterday. I put it on yesterday. Who knows when it was. But he pulls up to the guy and says, "Sir, we stopped him for whatever it was. I don't know." And he says, "Well, I'm sorry, but here's my ID." And he gave him his ID, and it was a cat. He says, I identify as a cat.
Oh, geez.
And he goes, "Well, okay, that's no problem. Well, cats can't drive in the state of California, so you'll need to get out. And also, you'll need to get out, and we will call the clinic and have them come get you. Make sure you're spayed or neutered." The guy's doing this all with a straight face, and I'm just dying.
All humane society to come get your cat while we put you in jail.
Yeah, and and he said, "Now we can either do it that way, or you can just give me your license, and we'll get on with this. I'll give you your ticket, then you can get out of here."
You want to quit being a cat?
But the guy that was the driver, he looks at his buddy, his husband or whatever it was, and says, "What should we do?" Because he was identifying as a cat.
There isn't no redo on that either. No, it's done.
But I have the whole video, and I'm not doing it justice because this state patrol was just straight face doing all this. Well, it's all right. We'll make sure you get spayed or neutered. We'll get you all your shots.
Awesome.
I about died.
That video's been around a little while. I've seen that.
Well, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yesterday was the first time I saw it. Oh, that's great. Great big guy, too. Yep. So, getting back to deals on the lot, what do you, I don't want, I want to ask you this, but you can choose not to answer. What are maybe some cars that you get in used, not Fords necessarily, that you kind of might, I'm sure you do shy some people away from some cars.
Yeah.
Is there any that you can mention?
There's a few. I hate to say them because I'll tell you, this happened one time. This is called avoiding the question, okay? So this happened to me one time. I just started selling cars at a pretty big dealership down by Cincinnati, and this young lady come out, and I should have knew better. She had the pink hair and, crazy fingernails, and at the time they had a hot pink Fiesta out there, and a real ugly green, and then just normal colors. So her parents wanted her looking at, a black Fiesta, and I said something along the lines of, well, you could go for this ugly green one, but that was the car she come to see. So I learned right then as a car salesman, keep your mouth shut.
Listen.
Whatever car they're looking at, you love. But no, I do, and I will say this, if I get a problem car in, or if it's something that I know,
You steer them away.
I steer my customers away, yeah. Anything that you see me put on Facebook, I would buy myself. That's the honest truth.
I guess maybe. Now, what's your opinion on these car warranties? Because I've heard good and bad about that. I mean, is that one you tell these people, hey, you might want to just go and buy a warranty with this car?
I tell everybody that. You don't, so being from here, I didn't sell in Wilmington until about 2 years ago. This is my 3rd year in Wilmington.
Okay.
And so I sold a lot of people I knew, but not like I do now. And I tell everybody, if you buy a car from me, it's almost a guarantee I want you to take the warranty. That way we're in Kroger's or we're in Walmart, we don't have that awkward conversation. We back our warranties that we sell 100%. Now, I know some dealerships, if you don't buy from them, they try to, well, we can't do the warranty, but we'll back you 100%.
So
on our extended warranty.
Now, is that a Ford, just Ford warranty, or do they do
we
the
have
other
other
kind?
companies. What we try to do is, depending on the money you want to spend, the type of warranty, the type of driving that you do, you know, we try to direct you the right way, and that way you're not just wasting your money.
And you to chime in there on what Seth was saying, here's the approach I use. I've been doing the car business ever since 2003 when the station sold. And I've worked at GM's, I've worked for Bill up in Springfield, and some other dealerships over by the Dayton Mall Subaru. As I tell people, it's an investment, but you want to protect that investment because next to your home, the car is your way of life. That's how you earn your income. It's better to have any kind of warranty rather than none at all because you'd much rather pay $250 or $100, or if you can afford the zero deductible, especially to get the alternate transportation. You know, sure, it's a roll of the dice. You spend the extra money, but it will pay off in the long run.
Well, and I'll tell you a story real quick on myself. My daughter, she goes to school up in Lima, plays softball up there, and I bought her a Ford Escape. But you know, it's a 2-hour drive, 2.5 hour drive from home. So I bought her a nice Escape. It was locally owned, been serviced by Bill Marine, you know, and it's a 2015. Bought it, the car was great, transmission went out. Well, guess who didn't buy the powertrain?
Oh, no.
I said, nah, I ain't gonna need that. I just put a $6,000 transmission in that car.
$5,000.
Well, they got me for another $1,000, Bill.
That's tough. That's a tough break right there. When
And
you have
I'm
to
the
break
guy that
that
sold
news.
it to myself and wasn't smart enough to check that box and go ahead and spend the extra $2,000. It would have saved me it would have saved me
$4,000.
And see, for me, the smaller scale version now is selling tires, but I always tell people about the road hazard. You know, if you get a nail in the sidewall or the tire blows out, if you've got the road hazard coverage, you only end up paying about $60 to $80, maybe $90 for a brand new tire, which is better than having to pay $180 or $200 for a brand new tire. It's a roll of the dice, but you know it's well worth it in the long run.
And a lot of our warranties come with that road hazard. So
there you go.
We do have that set up for you. So
a wheel and tire package is well worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've just heard mixed things on not.
So you're always going to have the horror story of, I bought this warranty, they sold me this warranty, I went there, they wouldn't cover it. You're always going to have those scenarios.
You walk in Van Dyke's in Courthouse, it says right on the counter, there's a big sheet that says, if you have these and you want to use these, basically go somewhere else.
It's called aftermarket. What I tell people, whether you buy a GM or a Ford or whatever brand it is, buy that manufacturer's warranty because you can go anywhere. It's honored everywhere. It's right. And you get the alternate transportation. So Ford Motor Company, if you buy a Ford product, buy their warranty. General Motors, the same thing.
It costs a little more, but it's worth it down the road.
Exactly.
It really is,
no questions asked. If you travel out of town, all you got to do is find that blue oval, for instance, and you know you're going to get taken care of.
100%.
Right. Yeah. Folks, it is the best investment you can make. If you're going to want to keep that car for 5 or 6 years, take out the warranty. It is well worth it.
Connor Walls is open today. There you go, Seth. And you could buy lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Seth, he even called you Seth EC. Did you see that?
Oh, I used to work with Connor. He's a great kid.
Yeah,
he's running a good business out there.
Yep. And he'll be open noon to 7 for the love of grub.
Yep.
Well, see, Connor, I'm old, so I get to eat at the old folks' place today. Aging Up Center, $5, baby.
Oh, you can't beat that.
How old are you, Seth?
I'm 42.
Oh, you still got a while.
Yeah.
You still got a while.
Oh, man,
you got to be 50.
I know.
If you're 50, you can go out there and eat.
That's what people say. You look 56, huh?
I didn't say that.
You were thinking it.
No, I just didn't know how old you were. That's like I talked to a guy yesterday I thought was a lot older, but he was only 52. So.
Remember Sparky Anderson? Everybody thought he was about 60 years old, and he was only about 39 or 40 when he took the Reds job, for crying out loud. Prematurely gray.
Well, it is time to take another break, and we'll come back. We're going to still talk Ford, and we'll get Bill on with some of his stuff. And now at 9 o'clock, just so you know,
No, we don't.
we play some games, and they're a lot of fun. They give me crap about it, but the people at home love it. They'll be chiming in. Yeah.
Hey, if you can embarrass me, I'm all for it.
And
What
we
the heck?
got Rick Morton with us today here, so we can have 2-on-2. But you got to watch Learman, because Learman will say answers when he's not supposed to, and they're
I've
wrong.
got to learn the rules.
Well,
But it worked out.
They're
But it
wrong.
worked out for me to my advantage.
It did work out for you.
All right,
because
I'm excited to see this.
He burnt me, I tell you.
I'm sorry.
twice.
A
We'll be
major
back.
shakeup in the pharmaceutical industry as Flintstone Vitamins taken to task for tasting nothing like Fred or Wilma.
And as for Pebbles, well, she's already a fruity breakfast cereal. Why dietitians and nutritionists coast to coast are warning us to yabba dabba don't when it comes to ingesting these chalky childhood chewables.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Looking out for your health and well-being is just a sample of the kind of made-up news you can expect on the Murphy Report.
Earning the reputation as the mistrusted name in news isn't something that we take lightly.
In fact, most wouldn't take it at all.
And our efforts reflect that, with a trophy case in our lobby filled wall to wall with empty shelves.
Let the other outlets vie for trophies and your respect.
We're simply too busy making it up to care for such accolades, with a new report posted every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and YouTube channel.
The Murphy Report, with veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the game is actually over before you storm the court. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Fell on their face with us when they built that. When they built that cruiser, that was what it was designed and built for. That didn't go very far.
Jerry, you're talking about what?
What Ford built that cruiser, and it was designed and built just as a cruiser.
Oh.
And it didn't go very far. It didn't. I don't know.
You had to wind it up
Nobody
more.
liked it.
You had to wind it up more. It didn't go very far.
Probably.
All right. Anywho. So now, and I should ask you this off the break, but do you offer any specials? Like if somebody buys something from you, do you give them like a little coupon to go buy a free burger at Connors?
Well, it's funny. So that's what I'm working at right now.
Oh, there you go.
Is building up with a couple. I've got a couple businesses I'm talking to. I may actually go talk to Connor about getting together with something like that. But yeah, there's a couple because I want different type of businesses that I want to team up with right now. Obviously, J.K. Reynolds. after that video, so
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, you give him a shout out.
Oh yeah, John's awesome. Jen, all of them.
Yep.
I'll make a suggestion. Detailing. My wife is big on that. We just got a different car, and she says, "Now, Bill, you know one thing I want to do is I want to get this car detailed at least once a year." I know, honey. I know we'll take good care of it. But that's something that people really like. I'm telling you.
That's a good idea.
Detail. They really like that. Yes.
You know what? And I only found, I don't know, it was back right before Bosom bought Marines out, and Steve Yakeley.
Oh yeah.
I stopped in there one day and was talking to Steve. And I said, "Where can I get a car detailed at?" And he said, "The only place we get our cars detailed," he said, "right across the street."
Smitty's.
Yeah.
Smitty's all new detailing.
We actually hired a full-time detailer that comes in and he does an excellent job. He works for us full-time. So.
Yep.
So he's pretty good. But we've used Smitty's a couple times.
Yeah, well,
They
it's
do a
right
great
there.
job.
Yeah. So, and it's not Smitty that owns it anymore. He sold it out.
Right.
But those guys are keeping it going, I think, pretty
they're
good.
doing a good job.
So, you are working on that.
Yeah, that's actually in the works right now. So
yeah, that's pretty. Well, I bought mine off Wilmington Auto the last couple times, and they give you a sheet of stuff that you can go out. And,
Yep.
It's kind of nice.
Different places, that get different discounts or.
And that was even for used cars.
Yeah.
They hate seeing me come because, like I said, I will just drive it till it dies, so I have to shoot it. And this Ford Edge I got, it's got like 130,000 miles on it. I like it. It's a good car.
What year is it?
08.
Oh yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
it's tough to get people out of the older Edges.
Yeah, and it looks newer than that.
I think my father-in-law's got. I think his is a 12, and it's clicking right along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Solstice detailed. I tell you what, Smitty's over here in Wilmington. It's right across from Bosom Ford. Yeah, it's they do a great job over there. So I would highly recommend them. There's a lot of people there that do it. There's a guy named Caleb Mudaspal who does a good job. Who?
Ken Whittenberg and Sabina.
Ken Whittenberg and Sabina, yeah, you might want to just call Ken. He's right there in Sabina.
Yeah,
that's right. Lisa Grimsley used to do it. I don't know if she still does it or not.
Yeah.
But
who does bedliner sprays around here?
There's a place in Lynchburg, I think.
Is there? Wilmington really needs something like that. Bedliner and window tint. It's tough to find someone. So I use a place, Unique Detailing, out of Goshen area.
Okay.
So they do an awesome job. It's tough for some people to drive
the
all the way to
Goshen,
Goshen. If they live out in Port William, they really don't want to drive to Goshen.
You head out on 28. That's a little bit of a far drive.
Yeah.
Jake Lindsay's watching. How you doing, Jake? Ken Whittenberg.
On the detailing.
Yeah, on the detailing. I tried to get Jake hooked up with a date last night, but it didn't work out well.
Question comes to mind. Service plans, because I remember from my GM days when I worked for a GM dealership, used to be that the manufacturer would do 2 free oil changes the first couple years. What about Ford? Do they have a service plan?
Yeah, so actually what Ford does now, they've got an app that they're really pushing now. It's Ford Pass and Lincoln Way is the 2 apps that they're pushing. You actually get free points for purchasing a vehicle there that essentially you can use for oil changes, accessories, that kind of stuff. Each service that you do, you get more points. If you buy parts through Ford and they're Ford points, you get more, or Ford parts, you get more points. So you build up those points. I mean, you can run with free services for quite some time. So,
and I would like to follow up on something you said too. And I remember the days when Jerry Sherrod used to run the service department out there at Bill's, and I always dealt with Jerry. He was a good man of integrity, and I always liked him. And anytime I bought a car and it was still under the manufacturer's warranty, take it back to the dealer, because if you have a problem down the road, they will go to bat for you. They are empowered to help you, but you've got to produce service records. And I would say this to anybody, whether it's a Ford product or GM or whatever: don't take your car anywhere else for an oil change while it's under the manufacturer's warranty. Take it back to that dealer. They will help you if there's a problem down the road.
Especially new cars, because they have those warranties anyhow.
Right. That is so true,
What's
folks.
that?
Rick looked at me because about oil changing, and I said mine went out of warranty a long time ago.
Yeah, but while it's under the manufacturer's warranty, I would highly recommend that. Case in point, I now drive a 2022 Honda Civic. It's my new daily driver, okay? I've made arrangements with Bill Marine at Springfield. Why am I doing that instead of getting it done locally? Because of that very reason. The engine and drivetrain is still under warranty. The service records will be maintained there. If I encounter a problem down the road, I know that Justin and his people up there at Bill Marines will help me. And I would say the same thing for you guys at
And here's the biggest thing, by bringing it back to the dealership, what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to find that before it's a problem. So
Bingo.
keep that in mind.
Right.
So when Kenny's working on that car back there, he's hoping to find an issue before it's an issue, before you know it's an issue.
Right. Kenny and
then,
those
of course,
guys, that's
recalls, now they
recalls too,
recall
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you know, and they can run the VIN check and then you get a Carfax report. But you know, Kenny and those guys have been around forever. We all know who Kenny is.
Yeah, he
and,
does
you know,
a great job.
You do with people that you know and trust. That's the biggest thing. And like I said, the car, whether you buy it or whether you're leasing it or whatever, it's your second biggest investment next to your home.
Leasing,
These
you
people will
have to
take
do it
care
that
of
way.
it. They, you know, you guys, your reputation and your character, you're going to stand behind that product that you
100%.
sell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even if he's in the porta potty. No, I'm just
Even if I'm in the porta potty. Well, as soon as I was talking about porta potties, that's when you jumped into detailing. I was like, wait a minute, Bill. I'm not cleaning porta potties. They do a great job of that. I'm not doing that.
My question for you is, and they had me do this as a prank when I was at WAC at Wilmington Auto Center. Don't ever let them put you in a trunk and have you pop out of a trunk. I think I slipped a disc in my back trying to do that.
Bill, if
Where's
I get
Bill
in the
at? Where's
trunk,
Bill at?
If I get it, one, I'm not tall enough to get my foot up that high. And two, if you can stuff me in a trunk, I'm not popping out.
Funniest experience ever. Then they put me in a bucket truck and put me up in the air. Bye, Bill. We'll see you later. Help me.
A friend of mine did get stuck in the back of a trunk, but luckily someone was there to get him out. And you guys, we may know him, may not. Terry Moore. From somebody, remember Terry Moore?
I remember Terry.
Yeah, he had one of those big, big Buicks with a huge trunk. I can't think of a
Be my luck, they put me in the trunk, but they make sure they took the safety
Park
gate off.
Avenue, Lacrosse.
Park Avenue, maybe.
Yeah.
Or the Roadmaster, the big Roadmaster. That was the big boat. That was the big one they had, yeah.
So the joke for salesmen is not to see if they can get in the trunk, it's see if you can talk your customer into getting in the trunk. That's the joke.
Yeah, there you go.
Who's good enough to talk somebody into getting
There
in the
you
trunk?
go, yeah.
Jake Lindsay said it's Colt Scott in Lynchburg. It does the bed liners.
Bingo,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go. You got an answer now.
Colt
Yeah.
Scott. That's
They're
good to know.
I could not remember the name, but I knew there was a place in
And if they
Lynchburg
got a
that did
phone
it.
number, throw it on
Yeah.
there for me.
Right.
Or message me direct.
Well, if Jake throws it on there, it'll disappear.
Okay.
He's a magician.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah, he might throw it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, so if you get his phone number, throw it on there. And don't put something funny on there.
Yeah.
Where Seth ends up calling a sex line or something. We don't
Well, I
want
don't mind that either. I don't mind that either. It's Friday.
So, you got four, now I like to call them stinking Lincolns.
Yeah.
You got stinking Lincolns too, right?
Yep, we got the Lincolns.
Because they have a Cadillac hearse, so I have to call it Lincoln,
Gotcha,
stinking
yeah.
Lincolns. Now, do you, Lincolns, they're still pretty, I haven't seen a new Lincoln. Are they still pretty top of the line?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they do everything, but
They massage you.
do they really?
They'll rub your feet.
I
I'm
going to tell you what.
Bill, run down by one.
Yeah.
What?
Some of these
I'm
seats,
getting around, yeah.
some of these seats, I mean, even in my old Ford Edge, that's one thing my wife and I love in the winter. Turn on them heated seats.
Oh, yeah.
Well, plus Charlie, they've got the bougies in the, on the seats there, so you just sit there and.
Yeah, Baudet. Isn't that a Baudet? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Baudet. Huh? Bidet, yeah. I'm saying the way we do in Southern Ohio, Baudet.
Baudet.
Get that old Baudet out there. Get that booty in the Baudet. All right, listen, it's time to take a break. When we come back, Seth, we're going to play games for about 15,
Sounds
20
good.
minutes.
Oh.
Then we'll come back. We got to get Bill on. Bill, it looks like he's got a whole bunch of stuff.
He's got
here.
a whole page full of
So
stuff.
we got to get Bill some time.
I got to do my preaching, right? Got to do my
But
preaching.
Bill threw us a curve this week. We were expecting Bill yesterday, so.
My schedule got changed again.
Well, I know, but I already had Seth booked for today.
No,
so it's like,
that's all right, man. He's fine. I have no problem with that.
oh,
Yep.
I know. Well, and like I said,
Us
who
car
knows,
people,
maybe
us
they'll
car
help you.
people keep you rolling. We work together.
That's right.
there's the phone
Yep.
number.
All righty.
So it'll be.
Bam. Good.
We keep this video up too on YouTube and Facebook. Facebook for 30 days, YouTube forever.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Forget the clown princes of basketball, the Harlem Globetrotters. There's a new all-star, family-friendly comedy polo team taking the sporting entertainment world by storm. The Equine Trots.
Bringing their highfalutin, high-kicking, mallet-swinging, horsey hijinks to an equestrian center near you.
I'm Amanda Martin,
And I'm Steve Burnett. Made up stories just like these.
as well as real news about what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
on The Murphy Report. News the way it's meant to be delivered.
In less than 30 minutes, or it's free.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
Amanda, yeah, my buddy Sam was recently tossed from his own horsey all the way across the arena, landed in a soft bale of hay right next to another horse that was already asleep.
Oh my, that sounds dangerous. What's his condition?
Stable.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 9.
Who says living with labels is a bad thing? Especially bright, easy to read labels with a large font.
when one man's drinking fountain is another man's bidet.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
All the pretend news to fill your day.
Trust your most unreliable source.
The Murphy Report. Made up stories almost like these and real stories on what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
Every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
You know, Amanda, I label just about everything in my house, even my clothes, even my shoes. One shoe I have labeled R, and the other shoe I have labeled NR.
NR?
Not right.
You're not right.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
All right, we are back, and it is game time. But I got to give you some local birthdays first. Chrissy Howard's 42 today. Jamie Shattuck, 42. Mary Maggie Lytle Roush. Did you get all that?
That's a long name. One more time.
Mary Maggie Lytle Roush, 58. Rebecca Campbell Bennett, Sean Bennett's wife. You guys know Sean? 52. You know Sean, he had the men's store down there for a while.
Oh, okay.
He's got it, it's down in Waynesville now. John Brait, 83. Charlotta Stewart is 30. It's Mary Johnson's birthday. And it's Pat Hayes, Pat's radio guy.
Radio man, Greenfield.
Yeah,
Yep.
from Greenfield, right. All right, now what we do next is we have celebrity birthdays. I don't have very many of them today, so you're lucky.
Oh, boy.
But we play
I like to hear.
Yes.
But 5, that's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
71.
71, that's your first guess? All right, well, the first one we all should have heard of, I think. And this guy, I guess, is still alive. I checked.
Ooh, then I guess too young.
Joel Gray. Cabaret, dancer, singer, actor. He was like the main person in Cabaret.
Deanna would know, but I don't. That's my wife. Deanna would know that.
You guys know who Joel Gray is?
I ain't got a clue.
You
is?
got a clue?
I know who Joel Gray is.
Oh, great. Anybody else got a clue?
Yeah.
Well, give us a guess. Give us a number, and we'll still play.
91.
91 is low.
G money.
94.
Now it's bracketed, 91 to 94.
All right.
2.
92?
I'll go 93.
93. There we go. There you go.
Way to go, Seth.
All right. The next one's singer, actress, and you guys probably never heard of her, but she's pretty good. Joss, Joss, Stone. Now, I know you probably never heard of her. Hey, that's why I only got 5 today. These were the best 5. Joss Stone.
But give us, is she old or young?
She is a lot younger than 93. A lot.
Oh, well, then let's say she's 45.
In the ballpark, but lower.
39.
Lower than 40.
I said 39.
Lower than 30. Well, you guys said at the same time. I couldn't hear you. Sorry about that. So just a little lower.
Oh, that means it's 38.
Yeah, 38.
38. That's right.
I'm good at this.
2 for 2,
I'm
man.
good at this.
You're on a roll.
Now
You're gonna
this
sell
one-
cars every day. I know
Now,
that. Yeah, I can
this
tell.
is going to be funny because I'm sure all of you guys have heard of this next one. If not, you're un-American. I'm going to kick you out. You'll have to start selling Kias because This guy, not the American Dream. You know who's the American Dream?
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
It's not his birthday, but it's his son's birthday.
Okay,
Dustin Rhodes, yeah.
See, he's got to be. You want me to go first, Bill?
You can,
Yeah.
All right.
I am
Dustin
terrible at
Rhodes.
ages. Terrible.
Yeah. Trying to think here. What would he be? 56?
Just a little low.
Oh,
57.
57, yep.
Bill
Blind
Guy.
luck.
Okay,
Gotcha.
baseball player Brett Saberhagen. He's retired.
Oh, yeah, pitcher for Boston and Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did for Kansas City.
47?
He's a lot older than that.
72.
Oh.
Less than that, bracketed.
60.
66?
Less than 66.
Gosh, I forgot how long he's been retired.
64?
Less than 64.
Okay.
2.
We're getting our whittled
62?
down.
Just a little lower than 62.
You're over the win.
Yeah.
61.
61, that's
He
right.
ended with the Mets, didn't he? That's right. Came up with Kansas City and then went to Boston.
I remember him
with
as
the Mets.
He get 7 tries.
Vicky Kendall got
You
it.
can't tell him
How
that.
did he get 7 tries? You got 7 tries at that.
I know.
Me and Jerry's down here.
He
trying to-
cheats.
Once he gets rolling,
He cheats.
Sound like an auctioneer, didn't
Bend
he?
the
Sam and
rules.
I'm an 8.
Bend the rules.
Mark Teixeira. He was a baseball player. Teixeira. He played for the Rangers and he also played for the Yankees.
Is this the last one?
Yeah.
I haven't known a damn one of them that you've said.
Joe Gray, you know what? Joe Gray, you really should have. If you ever saw the original Cabaret,
Yeah,
he's
I
the
know.
ringmaster of it. He's the
Somehow I don't
leader.
know about
I'll
Cabaret.
defer to Rick.
Plus, he used to be like on the, like back in the day, the Carol Burnett show, Laughing and stuff like that.
Oh,
Joel Gray.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you've heard of him.
I still don't have a clue.
Yes, I know he's talking
I
about.
just had to talk you into it. Mark Teixeira. How old is Mark Teixeira?
Go, Bill.
I'm looking at Rick. I need to, I don't know. 56?
Less.
Okay.
Actually, subtract one from each number.
47.
45. There you go. 45.
What do you guess?
He said 56.
Oh.
I said subtract one from each
Ain't too
number.
much math. I was going to steal your notebook.
When did he play with the Yankees is what I was trying to figure. Yeah.
He ended his career with the Yankees, I think.
I remember him with the Rangers.
Yeah, I think he ended his career with the Yankees. The Yankees, two people who were born on this date that we're going to just memorialize here today. Ethel Kennedy, that's RFK's dad's, or the new RFK, his dad's wife, or RFK's mom. And then another big time wrestler, I bet you guys remember this one, Harley Race. You don't remember Harley Race? Oh my God, Harley Race was a bad dude. Curly hair, red-headed guy, big guy.
Rachel, you need to sit him down and have a talk with him. He's getting way out in left field.
Harley Race. I know who Harley Race is.
It's Friday.
That's the problem.
What generation? What?
Well, I watched him when I was a little kid in the 70s.
Okay.
But see, that's the problem. You know who it is, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey,
And he's the guy writing the names down.
you know what they say.
Well, and to be honest with you, this was there wasn't a lot to pick from today. Those were the best ones out of the 15 or 20 I had to pick. NWA, see Matt Beamer, he's cool. He knows who he is. There you go. All right, Matt Beamer.
No, my oldest son
Matt,
probably
don't
wouldn't
Google it and then humor him.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you,
know.
Matt.
Probably know. Yeah.
All right, now we're going to do Chain Connection. You ever heard of Chain Connection?
I have not.
Well, it's a TV show on Game Show Network. And what it is, I will give you a word, and then the first letter is the next word. And that next word goes with the first word. Like if I said Mountain D.
Okay, I got you.
Mountain Dew, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you being the guest today, you get to pick your choice of partner, either Rick Morton, Jerry Bear, or Bill Lerman.
I'm going to go with Bill because he's going to talk over me anyway. So, I'm going to go with Bill. They've been talking over me this whole second. No, I'm kidding, Bill.
What can I say? Okay.
So,
I hope I have some answers.
so Bill,
I hope you're smart.
Bill, I'm gonna give you the next option here. You can pick the column or go first.
No, I better do a column. I don't want to go first.
So you want A or B?
B.
He wants column B. Evil Emperor, you have any thoughts on that?
I don't know. The column yesterday, B was pretty good.
Yeah.
So here's how it works. you have your phones out. Sometimes people at home might help you.
Yeah.
So be careful. Watch for that. Then, if you really need help, you can ask the evil emperor. But you have to ask him like this. Oh, evil emperor. Can you help us?
He's like Bill. He's probably going to say something anyway.
Can you help us? Now,
Throw
Bill,
it out there.
remember, it's the only answer when it's your turn.
Yeah. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. Like Deanna says, Bill, keep your mouth shut. Okay, Deanna. Okay.
Okay, you said you want column B, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so column A, you guys are first. Here we go. Your first word is trash T.
Trash talk.
Truck.
Trash truck or trash talk, one of the two.
Oh, I'm gonna go with truck.
What do you want?
Truck.
Sorry, man.
All right. You guys, column B. Foot P. You can talk amongst each other.
Foot pea.
Foot P.
That's when you get stung by a jellyfish. Pee on the foot. Anyway, foot pea.
Foot P.
Foot paddle.
I've done that
Is that what you're going to go?
You got any?
Foot paddle's fine. Go.
Foot paddle.
Okay. No.
All right. So back to column A.
Somebody jumped in to help.
Yeah.
Trash T-A.
We got to think of foot
Trash
pea.
talk.
Yeah.
Trash talk.
Trash talk is right.
Anybody helping us with foot pea?
Oh,
Talk,
I know what it is now.
talk S.
What?
Talk S.
Talk S.
I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
Yeah, that's like trash talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit that mute button.
What you got for
Yes.
foot pea?
Talk show.
Talk show.
Yes.
Somebody help us with foot
That's
pea.
right.
Oh, I think.
Show B.
Show B.
Show B.
Boat.
Show business.
Give show business.
Show business. Oh well.
All right. Now, don't guess till I give you the second letter. I'll give you another letter. Foot P-R.
Ooh, that blows what I thought out of the water.
I thought something else.
Foot P-R.
Oh.
There's a great poem that starts out with this word. I can't remember it, but there is a great poem. So you see it in decorations all the time. Yeah, foot PR.
Charlie does this when he's picking some bad.
I'm trying to help.
He's trying to help.
This is tough.
Come on, time.
Why'd you have to go with column B?
I don't know.
Why'd you go with column B?
Because I figured it would work for Bill and Bosom.
Yeah.
Looky there.
Footprint.
Footprint. Okay.
Foot probe. That's butt probe, Jake. What are you talking
Probe's a car. Probe is a car. Footprint.
So footprint, is that what you're going with?
We'll go footprint. Yeah.
Footprint is correct.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the time.
Print O.
Print O.
Print.
Print O.
Print order.
Oh, Kevin
Is that
Martin
what you
says
want?
footprint is
I told you, that's why I took him.
So print.
Print order?
one word.
Well, it can be one word in this game. We've said that like 5,000 times now.
This is
So,
what Michelle thinks.
so you said print order. That is wrong.
We'll get the second
All
letter
right.
in a minute.
Print
I
out.
forgot what our word was.
I know.
Okay, it was show B-O. Boat.
Yeah.
Showboat.
Showboat is right.
They're whooping us, Bill.
You did. Evil Emperor said that last time.
They give us some hard ones.
Did you say it the last time?
Yep.
I did.
Boat R.
Oh, we got some help on us. We'll see what the second letter is.
Boat R.
Or ramp.
Oh, there you
Boat
go.
ramp.
Boat ramp.
Really?
Okay, that's a good
Somebody
guess.
didn't know anything about boating.
That was a good guess. All right, now you guys print OU.
Print out.
Print out. There you
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
Out L.
Outlook.
You guys gonna talk about it? Is that
I'm
what you
talking
want?
to him.
Yeah.
He's refusing to be a partner right now.
I'm trying to figure it out.
What was it again?
Out L.
Outlook.
Or outline.
You said outline, outlook. Which one you going with?
Outlook.
Go with it. Go with mine, Bill.
All right. Boat R-A.
Ramp.
We said ramp.
We said ramp.
Good.
It's not
I
ramp.
think I got it.
Boat race, boat
Yeah, go for it.
race.
Boat race is right. Race T.
Track.
Track is right. For the win.
Oh boy.
You're gonna put our
boy.
guests to shame today.
Oh, boy.
Track M.
You didn't fall asleep, did you?
No, I'm thinking.
I didn't know what happened there.
Meditating.
I heard you start snoring. I didn't know what was going on.
Wow.
5,
What was it?
4, 3,
Hey, how come you put the timer on us?
I know.
1. Because you're stalling.
Do we get this one?
No. You go to yours.
Track meet, but
Out L-O.
meet is not
And
M-E-A-T.
Seth, you should get this. Out L-O.
Out loud.
Oh, there you go.
Is
Out
that
loud.
what you want? Out loud.
loud.
Yeah, I can't believe you didn't get that.
Last time.
I'm talking to Seth. All right. Loud N.
Loud noise? Loud.
Yeah, I like loud noise.
Then go with that. That's fine.
Loud noise. Well, it's fine because it's right.
Good.
Noise.
Factory review on part only when they ask for help.
No, we don't mind. We don't mind. Keep it coming.
I
Noise.
think we're getting screwed here, Rick.
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the woodshed.
Jerry, have another cookie.
Noise L.
Noise L.
Yeah. I love watching you guys think. This is fun. Noise L.
What you got, Bill?
I'm thinking. My mind is just blank, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Noise.
Noise L. You can ask Eve. You can ask. Go Evil Emperor.
No clue.
Noise level.
Noise level?
Uh-oh. Noise.
Noise lover.
Now,
right?
noise. Jake's just got love on his mind.
I know.
He's the doctor of love.
He's a,
Noise level. Is that what you're going with?
Noise level, I guess.
That's what we're gonna have to.
Well, that's the right answer.
Is it?
That's good.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay.
Who was that?
4.
Michelle? Thank you,
This is
Michelle.
another one for the win.
For
now?
the win. You guys
Here
are
we go.
tied for redemption. Here we go. Level H.
Level H. Level house. Bill, you gotta come up with one, bud.
I'm thinking, man, I'm just blank on this one right now.
this is
Level
Kevin's
H.
answer. Here's Kevin's
5,
answer. He's giving you a
4, 3,
What are we gonna say? Level,
2,
level.
1.
Just yell.
high.
Level high.
Yeah, that's like from
Now,
running.
what'd you say? What'd you say? You said what?
Running.
I'm gonna go with Michelle again and go level high. Oh, Michelle.
All right,
I'm sorry.
for the win.
Level headed. Why didn't I think of that?
For
That
the
was actually
win.
it. Yeah.
Track ME.
Track meet.
Track meet. They have the
no.
winners right there.
Oh, it was
I thought that in between times, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
Said, yeah.
So what?
I wasn't
I
gonna
knew
say
what it was
anything.
right after we
Yeah.
And then the last one, level HE,
had it.
Level headed.
level headed. Yeah.
I'm allowed to help you guys.
That's how close you
Well,
were.
once she put that, I was like, why didn't I think that? That's the last thing I am is level headed. But
All
Now,
right.
if you're on the other side looking at it, it's different.
Now,
you don't know how competitive
Nobody
I
in this
am.
room
This
today is
crushes me,
level-headed.
Bill.
I know, me too.
but you'll have to come back to try to
Oh,
get
I tell you,
redemption.
it crushes me. I'm not.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I do have one short little community deal we can play. All right? Yeah, so when we come back, we'll do that, and then we'll get to see what Bill has for us today. So we'll be back in a
The
minute.
only man in the world who can list all the vice president's
Anagrams.
wives in order of height, from shortest to tallest.
Reunites with the only other man in the world who cares.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up stories to brighten your day.
And maybe, just maybe, keep you safe. But don't count on it.
And all the latest news about the Murphy, Ohio's hometown theater. It's what you've come to expect.
And it's what we've come to deliver.
With the Murphy Report, every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel.
Amanda, I understand you have a special skill of reciting the entire alphabet backwards.
Yeah, that's true.
That must be quite a belch.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us. It's an effort to warn wild weather worrywarts, a new initiative coming before Congress to force thunder to roll before lightning strikes.
A shocking proposition that is sure to spark some debate, with a 70% chance of failure sweeping in overnight from the Dakotas.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Stories we make up just for you, and the latest on what's coming to the Murphy Theater, Ohio's hometown theater, every Monday morning on the Murphy Report.
Find us on the Murphy Theater website and on our own YouTube's channel.
You know, Steve, I was once struck by lightning.
Oh, really? Any after effects?
Yeah, every time I sneeze, my garage door opens.
I had something similar happen to me. Every time I bend over to tie my shoes, I rip my pants.
Oh, from a lightning strike?
Yes.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
When he thought bosom, somebody's coming to the bosom. Maybe you get somebody coming from Bush. That's going to be really going to be disappointing.
Yeah, you think about that. We got some interesting car dealer names here.
Yeah.
Bosom, Bush.
You know, Breast Ford would be catchy.
Wilmington Auto Center, whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a few anagrams. I'm going to give you a word.
You're good at these.
If you don't have to play if you don't want to.
Yeah, Rick's good at these.
Here we go. I'm going to give you the word, then you're going to tell me the city it's an anagram of.
Oh,
so these are all
going to be
This
horrible.
is bad.
I'll just crawl under the table.
I will give assistance if you need it.
All right, I'm going to need it.
The first one I got, it was really easy. Okay. First one is Oslo. So it's a foreign city. What foreign city is that?
Norway?
No, you know, I gave you the right thing. Oslo, Norway. I was supposed to say Solo, so I gave you the first one.
You do the game right. Don't be doing it.
Hey, Rick.
Me with blind luck of all things.
Stay in your box, Rick. Here we go. Animal. Well, now you understand how it works. Animal. So what's the city? Change the letters around.
Oh, God, I hate these
Yeah,
things.
it's a big win. Big win.
I think this might be in the Philippines. I think maybe not.
Geez.
Oh, my God.
I'll give you the first letter, M. Manila. There you go. See, I can help you. I'll help you here.
Jeremy's answering these. You ought to be the one up here.
Bill's trying to look at my stuff here.
Not looking screen.
Laos.
What?
Laos.
Laos.
Yeah, L-O-U-S-E, like a lice, a bunch of lice, louse. Or a single louse or whatever. Laos.
Laos one lice?
What country, or not what country, but what city is that? I'll tell you this, it's in one of the Koreas.
I would just guess
It's
it.
going over like a lead balloon.
It is. Really, your lead balloon.
Well, because you got started off with a crappy attitude, that's why.
It's our attitude.
So,
The lead balloon would be easier to pull.
Here you go, Charlie.
What'd you go with?
Here's your answer.
Laos. L-O-U-S-E. Just think of Korean towns.
Seoul.
Thank you. Seoul. See, you guys make this harder than what it is. All right. The next word is male. And he even mentioned it earlier in the show, this city.
Mail truck.
Mail.
Yep.
He's back on.
This is the one that's in Peru. Male.
Lima.
Lima. Yeah, Lima.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It is, but my hint was appropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hasten.
Huh?
Hasten. This is another Ohio town, but it's also over Southern Europe.
It's also a town in Arizona.
Hasten.
What is it, Rick?
I don't have any clue. This is.
Oh, I thought you just hollered out Arizona.
He's hollering, oh, that's in Arizona. Hell, I don't know what it is. Hasten. It's an Ohio town also.
Does that help?
A lot of bobcats are there.
Athens?
Athens. There you go. Athens. There you go. Aren't you glad I give you guys some hints?
That one helped, yeah.
It would be nice if we just.
Saunas. If I take the time to write this stuff down, we're doing them. Saunas. Yep. A lot of people go there for a little vacation, a little cruise.
What's the
Oh, that's the Beach Boys. Jamaica.
No, it's sauna is the word.
Right, yeah.
That's a city.
Is it one word or two?
One. City. Saunas. Saunas. Yeah, uh-huh.
Siri's even answering for us.
Tell them what the anagram for saunas is.
She's not responding.
No, she put some stuff up there. She got it wrong too. Oh, there we go. Somebody got it right. Rick got it right. Who'd you cheat from?
Michelle Tebow.
Nassau.
Nassau.
Yeah, Bahamas.
Okay.
Google's amazing.
Isn't that something? That wasn't Google. That was Michelle. Well, yeah, she probably.
Yeah.
Michelle wants the game to be over, so she's trying to get these answers.
Well, that was it.
Oh, good.
I told you there wasn't very many of them.
Oh, yeah.
But attitude means, doesn't it, Seth? Attitude means
It
a
means
lot.
everything.
You come
It
in
really
with a
does.
crappy attitude, you're not going to sell anything that day.
That's true.
Your attitude will determine your altitude.
And,
yeah. Yep.
Yep.
attitude.
Bill, what have you
We
got
went to
that'll give us
Nike.
a better attitude here today?
Yeah, give us. Bill's got a whole.
I should
sheet.
have looked at the dictionary. Well, just gonna.
Early break, and then Bill can come back.
Yeah.
and have
Okay.
the morning.
You just choked him up. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
You might want to think twice before putting forth any effort in improving your station in life. Why being all it's cracked up to be turns out not to be all it's cracked up to be.
Just ask the Liberty Bell.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made up news you didn't know you needed to know, including all the latest real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in Wilmington, Ohio.
With the Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a new news report every Monday morning.
On a somewhat related note, Amanda, in my youth, I was once referred to as all that and a bag of chips.
I imagine nowadays you're referred to as all that and an extra large bag of chips. Fried in lard.
Absolutely. The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Are animals using your house as their new home? Spring is around the corner, and so is birthing season for wildlife. Give us a call today if you are hearing noises in your attic or under your house. Here at Diamondback Wildlife Extraction, we can take care of your wildlife removal needs and repairs. Nuisance wildlife can be very destructive to your house, such as chewing on or through electrical wiring and much more. Call us today to book an appointment for inspection at 937-302-6372. We strike back.
Which isn't bad because there's a lot to do over there and stuff, but yeah, the mall's about
We're
history
back.
up there.
We're talking about the destination outlets where Pepperidge Farm just left.
May 18th is the last day.
Wow.
May 18th will be the last day for Pepperidge Farm. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know really what's left. I do know they got an IHOP out there.
Yeah, a TA.
Yeah, which is nice.
Right.
Pizza
So,
Hut, IHOP, and Popeyes all at the same place.
Yeah, but they're across the street.
yes.
There's hardly any merchandise up there, hardly any stores at
No,
all.
because Lids left and Crocs left
Yeah.
almost the same time. You know, you got the launch for the bowling alley for the kids and stuff, but that might be about. And Skechers is still out there, and a few other clothing stores. But if there's 18 stores out there, I'd be surprised.
Bath and Body Works still out there.
Yeah, that first main road.
He likes to go there and get
full.
things, yes.
Mark Michael was in here yesterday and said his one-legged cousin's working at IHOP.
Oh, jeez. We talk Lieutenant Dan's new legs.
All right, Sean Bennett, we wished your wife a happy birthday earlier on the air. We said what a saint she was to be with you. All right, Bill. Bill has a sheet of stuff, so watch what I'm doing with my microphone.
Just a few things here. Just number one, I would like to give a nice shout out to the Wilmington FFA program. It's a program near and dear to my heart, always has been, you know, and I look at the FFA programs around the county. Blanchester has a very good one down there. I remember back in the time when Ed Winkle was there, and Eric Haig has done a great job. And then Matt Yonker, who stepped in at Wilmington this year, worked with Eric at the Great Oaks program for Blanchester and East Clinton. You know, think back to the time when Ken Fleeman was there at East Clinton. You know, Kim Fleeman did an outstanding job. Wilmington's program has been down. It really has. Matt's flipped the script. He's got it way up there now. A lot of kids are really enthused and so forth. Something that Deanna and I started last year, and it's part of what I'm doing with my board member compensation because I want to give back to the schools. I don't pocket the money I receive. I'll tell you this right now. We get $125 a month. I keep track of that, and I donate that back to the kids. But what we started last year was a $500 scholarship each year to a student that is graduating that wants to go to Wilmington College. And of course, Wilmington College, you know how it is. It is kind of expensive going there. Hunter Wood was our first recipient, and this year we'll be presenting a check to Sydney Bennett. She will be our recipient this year on Saturday at the banquet. A few other things about the school, and I'm kind of the liaison, so to speak, okay, with the legislative people and then also to the community. There's been things on another website about the break-in at East End School. It was never going to be swept under the carpet. Mr. Detweiler and I talked about it. He kept the board members involved. We let the police do their investigation. We're doing our investigation. There will be disciplinary action taken against those 4 individuals that were involved. I would say this. Bill Lehrman would love to see East End School sold tomorrow, but there are strings attached to it, people. We have to offer it to an educational entity before we could offer it for sale for the general public. The day that we could, I'm going to go out there with my phone and I'm going to do a post on Facebook. Hey, everybody, East End School's available. Is anybody interested? Call the school. I want that building sold tomorrow, as soon as possible. Yeah, but again, it was never going to be swept under the carpet, and disciplinary action is going to result. We had a bus driver incident yesterday, and this really disturbed me last night when I heard about this. Bus drivers are the first people that see our kids in the morning and last ones to take them home. Riding a school bus is a privilege, not a right. I will repeat that once again to anybody that can hear it and see it. Riding a school bus is a privilege, not a right. You listen to the driver, you listen to what they tell you to do. 2 high school students assaulted our bus driver yesterday. We're having enough problems as it is trying to get drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows Blanchester, Wilmington, Clinton, Massey, East Clinton, we're all struggling to get drivers. We're all going to lose money on the state level. We really don't have to provide high school transportation to our kids. I want us to do it. But when these kind of things happen, it makes you think twice.
Yeah.
And when 42% of our high school students use the school bus, it makes you stop and think, why are we doing this? We had a superintendent here several years ago. I wasn't very fond of him, I'll be honest with you, Phil Warner. He stopped all the buses. I told him it was the wrong thing to do, but eventually a school levy got passed and bus service was reinstated. All I'm going to say is this. Disciplinary action should be taken at home. Parenting begins at home. If your child rides the school bus, they need to do what the driver tells them to do. But I am really upset over this about one of our drivers being assaulted, male or female. We're struggling and we need bus drivers. So again, all I'm going to say is do what you need to do and listen to that driver. It does upset me when I hear that one of our drivers got assaulted. That person is okay, but again, there will be disciplinary action taken about it. So I'm just trying to report to the public. I'm reporting back to the community.
Well, and just to show you how times have changed, I remember Jack McCall used to be a bus driver, I guess, for Sabina at Lee's Creek, Deviana, and he had a paddle.
You can't do it now.
You got out of line, boy. You were one of 2 things happened to you. You were either walking the rest of the way home, or he got you outside and beat your butt and put you back on and took you home. And there wasn't any questions asked. Yeah. But just to show you how much times have changed, it's not for the better either.
I can remember we had one bus driver for a while, and he was a younger guy, and Charlie always says I stir things up. Mm-hmm. Well, Jerry seemed to feel that way too because he made me sit on the heater.
Oh.
I had to sit right up beside him on the heater.
Oh, wow. You know why this is important? I will say this, okay? It's not about me. It's about our students and it's about our bus drivers. I care about our bus drivers. But there have been 3 instances where I have had a chance to be a bus transportation supervisor. It's a job I always wanted. When Jay Hart left Wilmington Schools and went to Sewell's, he recommended me. Aris Jendi was our superintendent. I was offered the job, but I could not accept it because I had only been off the school board for 6 months. There was a qualifier in there. You had to be off the school board for 1 year. Okay? So I didn't get it then. About 10 or 12 years ago, Ron Ruddick was the superintendent at Clinton Massey. His operations manager, Jim Brady. Bill Learman interviewed. I was runner-up. Wasn't meant to be. And one I came real close to, and I thought I was going to get it, but it didn't happen. I came very close to being the bus transportation supervisor at East Clinton Schools. Rocky Cinnamon had better credentials than I did. Rocky Cinnamon had a CDL. He deserved it. I was later told by that superintendent, Mr. West, Bill, I wish I'd have recommended you. School bus transportation is something that's very dear to my heart, and I can tell you this, I have empathy for all bus drivers. It's one of the worst jobs in the world.
Yeah.
You're dealing with the responsibility of all those kids in the worst of weather conditions, fog and snow and everything like that. Our students and our parents need to work with these kids that ride the school bus. As I said, they are responsible for their safe pickup and their safe delivery home. Help them do their job.
Yeah.
That's my statement.
Supervisor's job is a very thankless job.
Yes, it is.
You catch all kinds of
That's
crap
right.
in that job.
Yeah.
Yep, but again, you know, I'm really upset over it. I really am. But again, my heart goes out to all the transportation people, the bus drivers, and so forth, because they're always going to get grief.
Well,
you know.
some schools I think have aides right on. I know, like from Laurel Oaks, when I was at the alternative school out there, a lot of the bus drivers that came out there to pick up the Oaks kids and the alternative school kids, they had an aide on that bus just for keeping an eye on.
No driver should ever be abused or be grabbed. And I'm not going to go into all the details. People will be able to hear about it. Mr. Detweiler will put a statement out later on, because I've told him I want transparency. I want accountability. There's people that are riding my tail and have been for 16 months about transparency and accountability. It works both ways.
Yeah.
I told everyone when I ran for the school board, things are going to change. We will be accountable to the public. I will be transparent. You will know what's going on. And it was part of my idea to start the strategic plan to get more people involved. It's not just the 5 school board members and the superintendent. I want community engagement. Now, I want everybody to be involved, but everybody has to be on the same page, and everybody has to, and I'll lay the microphone down, everybody has to work together to make it happen. We can't have certain people that just keep throwing darts and offer no solutions. None.
Rick, did you hear that?
No, I'm not directing at him. I'm just saying, I can take the criticism. I've done this for 30 years between city council and school board. 15 years under my belt for school board, okay? And all I'm going to say is I can take the heat, I can take the grief. We've had to deal with downsizing, Bill Davis and I both have, and reductions in force. It's not pleasant. I remember what it was like when DHL pulled out here and we lost $5 million, okay? Yeah. And we're going to lose another $1 million because the state is handing out money for bonds for stadiums up in Cleveland and maybe Cincinnati, and they're giving money for the private schools, the vouchers. Take care of the public schools, but we'll play the hand we're dealt. And if that's all we're going to get from the state, we'll make adjustments. But the 5 of us are the ones who have to sign off on the budget for the schools. I want to provide transportation, but when things like this happen, especially with high school age students, there's a problem. There's a problem at home.
Yep. No respect across the board.
That's right. You've got to respect that bus driver. Put yourself in their shoes. I commend all the bus drivers. Yeah. And with that, I'll say adios. I'm done.
Right. Well, I did see Bill. Did
you hear the studio audience? The studio audience clapping for you?
The governor said it sounded like neither Cincinnati or Cleveland was going to get any money. He said we're not in the business of funding stadiums. I
go from disappointment to anger when I hear stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And the public school kids are suffering because of that.
Yeah.
They're wrong.
It's out.
They are dead wrong.
It's out Never Land.
Well, let me tell you how that all began, young Learman.
Yes, sir.
A guy named John Kasich.
Yeah.
John Kasich started the rabbit hole that we go down in education right now, because if you remember, he wanted to split all the unions, not only the teachers unions, but the bus drivers, the police unions, and when that didn't happen, we even had to vote against. That was a vote at an election, and when it didn't go his way, from then on, it's been okay. You want
I
to
was
play that
even
game?
considered once for state school board. I'm glad I didn't get that, but I was interested in it. But I love what I'm doing. I care about the kids. I really do. Let's face it, Scott's been gone for 12 years. Stephen graduated in 2000, but Deanna and I care about our kids, and we used to give money back. We buy the band cards, we hand them out to our friends. I don't want any remuneration for that. I give money to the basketball team and to the football team for team meals. My board compensation goes right back in the community. And I've told Troy Deals, even when I was not on the board, you don't have to pay me for doing the announcing. I do it because I want to. You take that $200 or whatever it is, and you give it back to a student that needs help. If they need sneakers, if they need gym shoes, take care of them. That's the way I am. I don't pocket and I don't profit from any board compensation. So that's the truth. And I'll put my hand on a Bible, as I've done, and raise my right hand for 7 times. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
So, well, and those jobs, especially, you know, I used to be the mayor of Smyrna years ago.
I commend you for doing that, because that's really thankful.
Well, and Jerry's on New Vienna Council, but I got out of being the mayor of Smyrna. My term ran out, and that's just when the internet had started. And some of those people that threw shade at me that little bit of times on the internet, I just confronted them publicly. And I said,
I won't. If that's the way they want to operate,
no,
go ahead. Just keep backstabbing, because it's going to come back to haunt you.
But especially if they say things that are untruths. I just told them, you keep it going, I'm keeping everything that you're writing, and I'm going to give it to my lawyer. So you can either keep this up, and you're going to make me a happy man one day.
They forget that if they put it on the internet, it's libel.
It's libel, slander, and defamation of character. You're so right.
And it's there, right? You can, there's people even that watch this show that will copy the messages and send it to other people. Isn't that right, Jake? You know, so you got to be careful doing that, because that could end up biting you in the butt. So that's not a good practice to have. A lot of times, just worry about yourself. Don't worry about everybody else.
I followed the Constitution and the laws of the state of Ohio. I did not agree to do anything pertaining to what Joe Biden wanted or what Donald Trump wanted. I'm going to do what I feel is in the best interest of Wilmington City Schools and our kids. And I know it's taxpayers' money. And I was infuriated when I heard about what happened at East End School. And I told Mr. Detweiler, this needs to be investigated, and I want us to come down hard on them, because that is taxpayers' money involved. I'm accountable to the public, and we will not sweep it under the rug.
Hey.
Sorry.
You knock my phone off, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. I thought he was going through the table.
I'll be
Speaking
launched.
of dusty roads.
But you know
Don't turn the table over. Save the cookies.
Bill Werman, the American Nightmare.
Transparency and integrity mean a lot to me, and accountability, and I'm trying to answer back to the public. I felt like previous boards have not been accountable to the public. I'm trying to be.
But, young Learman, once again, you have to realize you're only one of 5.
That's right.
Yep.
And that's, sometimes, it's like the old Spock saying, what is it? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one, but the few or the one can screw up the many too. And that's the sad part about it. When you're in a board like that, you make your statement and you go with it. And if people don't agree with it, well, that's not your problem then at that time. But you don't want to be the person holding back the progress of the other group either. Right. So, all right. Let's see here.
Break time?
Yeah, you know what? It is. Very good, Jerry Bear.
We're in the home stretch.
We'll be back. We'll start talking some. Do you have anything else, Bill?
Talking Reds baseball, I wish they'd get back on the winning streak. It's the L.A. De La Cruz bobblehead night this weekend coming up, I think, tomorrow.
He said people will be lining up about 10 o'clock in the
You
morning
better
for that.
believe it,
We're going to give away 10,000. In the old days, it was 15 or 20,000 bobbleheads.
Yeah.
So, I'm only giving away 10,000 at Ellie's.
We can't see my bobblehead. Somebody's big head's in the way.
I wonder if the new Alex, is he going to be holding the torpedo bat?
All right, we'll be back. in just a
City
minute.
officials forcing a local beloved mascot to step down.
Why poor timing and inappropriate behavior doomed a pantless Wilson the Weasel following his drunken performance at the late Judge Garrett's funeral.
There was nothing routine about this routine.
A story we are dedicated to getting to the bottom of.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. These made-up stories and the latest real news from the Murphy Theater are what you've come to expect from us.
On the Murphy Report, with a new report posted every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our Murphy Theater YouTube channel.
Full minute-to-minute coverage all 21 hours a day.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Amanda, I have to say Vanessa and Breck are just about the two finest anchors in the business.
For once, you're absolutely right, Steve.
I think the Titanic could have learned a thing or two from these two giants in their field.
What am I missing here?
Anchors.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio, the perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Would you have a special car of the day or a special car of the week?
Yeah, so usually I'll go out.
Let's get personal, personal. Let's get personal, personal. Sundays, 5 to 8.
Monday.
There you go, Rick. Go ahead, go ahead and do it. Go ahead, go ahead.
You got it.
Yeah, you're
You
on a
got it.
roll.
I'm on a roll.
Dr. Sheffrey Schusler and Sarah Play Me Like a Piccolo Fife will be your hosts, 5 to 8. You get to see Rick's arm over there. There you go. Man, Siri is going off. That's Bill's Siri going off. All right, anywho.
Bill's phone talks as much as he does.
Dean Thompson, I see your message there. I will remind. I got to call Dean Thompson afterward. All right. All right. Yeah, remind me because I'll forget. I didn't forget Jerry today though.
What'd you do?
I picked you up.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's who picked him. Well, you remember what I was telling you earlier before we sat down to get started was when I was growing up, my mom always wanted me to go to Moeller High School. She wanted me to be a priest. I said, no, Mom, I'm going to Little Miami because I want to be in the radio program and I'm going to help Dad with farming. There was no way I was going to be a priest.
Yeah, can you imagine going to confession and you can't get a word in edgewise with a priest?
Yeah, Bill would go.
About me, right?
Yeah. Our Father, full of grace.
Yeah, he'd go and go, and your confession you allowed it 10 minutes for it to be hour and 10
Well, let me
minutes.
tell you what I think about that. He
How
fall
about
asleep and he's still talking.
how about some today in history?
Today in history, let's see, this would be April 11th, isn't it?
All day long.
Day.
In 1912, the RMS Titanic left Queenstown, Ireland for New York.
That's when
We all know what happened there.
Right.
In 1921, Iowa imposed the first state cigarette tax.
No comment.
But, in 1924, WLS AM in Chicago, Illinois begins its first radio transmission.
Wow.
In 1968, President Lyndon B. Johnson signs the 1968 Civil Rights Act. In 1976, Apple I computer was created by Stephen Wozniak, and it was released that year. And in 1981, Ronald Reagan arrives home from the hospital after being shot by John Hinckley.
Wow, that was a day, yeah. I remember that.
We know
Wow.
more about that than the two Trump assassinations attempts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy.
Wanted to impress Jodie Foster of all things.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
At least he had a reason. Some of these cats, they don't even have a reason. You know, that's what's bad about it. you look different to me. Bam, you know.
So what else we got about the car business?
Yeah.
Well, stop down and see your little fat buddy today. I'll make sure I get you a discount, I promise.
And they have no porta potties there, so you're safe.
Not yet, but we can get them brought in if we need to. But no, we're excited with the new building coming. We're all pumped up, and Jeremy and Joe, they're doing a lot of great things with the dealership and making the place a little more ready for big customer, big deals, that kind of stuff.
You guys ever want to do another cruise in? You guys had some successful cruise-ins
We
out
did.
there.
The tough thing is now how many cars we have there.
Yeah.
You got a bigger inventory, so
Oh
there's
my
less
gosh.
space. Yeah.
So, and that's what we talked about. We wanted to do the cruise in, but where do we put that inventory now? You know, so.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's the big,
Keep me in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. We sure will. So.
Those were good times out there.
Well, and we have a lot of fun up there. Stop down and see me. It's not your normal buying process where you're there 6 hours. We have a 60 minutes or less. What we try to do, we try to have you in and out of there within 60 minutes. So just remember, stickers quicker. Quicker you say yes, quicker I get you out of there. And no, we have a lot of fun. So stop down and see me if I'm busy. See Junior, that way I don't have to pay his bills. And no, I'm kidding.
CT Bowen, good morning to you too.
Yeah. Actually, CT, he's killing it. I think he's out in Chillicothe, maybe. He's killing it right now. Yep.
Yeah, he's a car salesman also.
Yeah. He worked with us for a little bit, but yeah, he went to a place a little closer to home, and he's selling the heck out of them.
I mean, that's one thing everybody needs. You know, you need a car you can count on.
Yep.
Has your sales jumped up out there since all this tariff thing and people?
So far, it's stayed pretty steady.
Okay.
We don't. We were a little worried at first, and we'll see what happens through this. But Ford really stepped up. They truly did. So
yeah, well,
now's the time to buy a new Ford.
employee discount. Heck yeah. Now we mentioned this just briefly earlier, but do you have a preference, or do you like when you take everything in that people have told you? Are there some people you try to get them to lease, and some people you try to get them to buy, or is there one that you like better than the other?
So that's and that brings up a great point. So that's all about the driver and how much you drive and what you're looking to do. Are you wanting bells and whistles but want a smaller payment? Are you wanting something every 3 years? You wanting something new? You know, because sometimes you get hooked into a vehicle that you're upside down in. That doesn't get any better. So
that's one of the toughest things right there. That's a challenge.
Doing Howard. Just sold him or helped him with service actually. So, but yeah, we the leasing. It's you know you got to watch what you're doing, but it's not as scary as like what we were talking about. That's the reason why I asked how long ago you leased when you kind of brought that up earlier.
What's the mileage now on it?
Well, you can run out to 20,000 a year now.
Oh really?
Yeah. So your more commons are 12 and 15,000. Right now, there's not. You got to watch for lease specials too.
Yeah.
So right now, it's actually better to buy. You know, as you know what Ford's got set up. But there is lease specials. So what we try to do is figure out what you need as a customer. And if you're dealing with somebody and you really trust them, understand what they're telling you, sit back and listen. I know TikTok nowadays tries to tell you how to buy a car. And I'm telling you, some of it's right. You know, and as a good salesman or a great salesman, we'll tell you, yes, that's right. But also do the process. Find your vehicle, find a guy you trust, find a dealership that'll stand behind you, and someone that you can go to service for. So that's Bosom Ford right here in Wilmington, Ohio. That's from your little fat buddy, Sethy C. I'm getting pumped up, Charlie. I told you I was going to do this now.
That's all right. No, that's good.
Don't pound the table. I'm going to beat that table.
But now, let's say I come in there and I want a car, and man, I like this one car, but I don't like that ugly green. So I want like a yellow or something flashy, a yellow or a purple or a teal. Can you find people those cars?
Yeah. So we have something called Dealer Locator. So we deal with a bunch of different Ford dealerships. You know, some as close to Washington Courthouse, up to 300 miles away. So we'll find you what you want typically. So and that goes for used too. We're really good at finding used vehicles for people too.
So if they don't have something on the lot, No, you're right. If you don't have, they don't have something on the lot, or they have something, just to ask.
Yeah.
Ask.
Call me, message me. Yep. A lot of it nowadays we can do over the phone. Some people are terrified, and I'm telling you, it's a phobia of coming into a dealership. I'm that way with cell phone salesmen.
Yeah.
I hate going in and buying a new cell phone. My wife told me yesterday, hey, you're up for an upgrade. I said, I'm not putting myself through that this week. Some people feel that way. Call me up. I put my phone number on every post. It's my cell phone. Call me up. I'll work a lot of that deal over the phone, so all you have to do is stop in, sit down, sign, and we got you up and going. So
do they have a locator network for used cars now?
So Jeremy Kaler, he's our general manager. He does all the buying. He has a million different ways to find used cars. So
any hearses?
No, he might be able to find it. He's really good at it. But yeah, we have a lot of different ways. Call me, tell me what you're looking for. That's the first. Well, in fact, on commercial or whatever, I was answering different texts. That was one of the texts. Somebody's looking for a specific vehicle.
Okay.
I said, yeah, let me put you on my list. Let me find it. And I've done that. I've actually done that for a few of your viewers, here in town. So if we get the chance, we jump on it and we'll find you. And if I can't find it, I don't keep dragging you out. I don't keep calling and bugging you. I just let you know, I can't find it.
And something I would like to interject too from a local dealer standpoint, and I've been on this side where you're trying to negotiate with somebody and they say, well, I can go down to the auto mall, or I can go to Chillicothe or Columbus and I can buy that vehicle cheaper. Here's the way I look at it. $500 could mean a difference, but by the same token, think of what that local dealer does. They invest in the community. The Wilmington News Journal, you guys put money back in the community. You sponsor local sports.
The
when
fair,
I'm at Wilmington High School,
we are the
I
top.
see the message board. Right.
Yeah, we're the
spending
top,
money at the fair. Exactly.
At the fair, so.
You put money back in the community. I think you owe it to your local dealers, even if you're going to spend a little bit more, because you'll go back there for service. And as I said before, if something happens, you will take care of that local customer to keep them coming back.
You're 100%
earning
right.
their business, gaining their trust.
Yep.
Yeah, Vicki Kendall says, I wanted mean yellow for my solstice, and my dealer found it in Wisconsin.
Yep.
So that's how far away they'll go. Just curious, I bet you have a story here. How far has somebody come to get a car from you?
Oh, we've had them fly in from California.
From you, though. I mean, from
California. From California.
Really?
I had a guy fly in, pick up a Shelby Mustang.
And then drove it home.
Yep, took it home.
That's pretty neat. I never think about even looking at different places like that, but I know a lot of people will do that. They'll look all over the country.
You wouldn't believe the people that'll drive from Florida or fly in to come up here and get a vehicle or different. It just goes to show you what stuff's going for in different states. And
he has used trucks, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, and Ford's claim to fame is their F-150.
Yeah.
The best truck in the country, Ford F-150. Come down and see me.
And they've been
I'll hook you bumpers
forever.
I'll tell you that right now. I'll hook you bumpers. We'll go old school hillbilly.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
No, I won't. I just got fired is what happened. Looks like I'm looking for a job, maybe.
No. But we do appreciate you coming on today,
Well, I appreciate you having me.
Now, Bill, are you coming next Thursday, Friday, or what?
I have to be Friday. Well, next Friday is Good Friday. I will be off. I know that for a fact. See, my schedule changed.
Oh, you're fine. I just want to
Wednesday,
know.
Thursday, I have to be in courthouse now.
Just so I
Friday's my
can,
open date.
when we try to schedule people, we can get you in the right
If
time.
you allow me back on, I'll be here next Friday.
You can come back on. CT, just clear it if you get anybody else. Because that way we don't have,
Hey, Tony Haley, I thought was a great interview. I got to see about 40 minutes of that. That was great. I love that.
Real quick, the word of the day, calamitous. That means catastrophic or disastrous. CT, if you want to come on sometime, that's fine. I don't know you, but I hear a lot about you. So come on, let me know. Then my final thought, so have your wits about you and do what you can and dig in, because it might not last. Do what you love, because who knows, it might not last.
That's right.
And that was an Ethel Kennedy quote, which it was her birthday
All
today.
tied down to Life's Short.
Huh?
Life's Short.
Yeah, life's short. Yeah,
Robert Kennedy killed at 45.
Yep. And they're getting ready to release all that and MLK's.
Yeah. 68 was a tough year.
They know how to bring down the mood in here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, they just announced that yesterday at the cabinet meeting. Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but Martin Luther King almost died several years earlier. He got stabbed at a book signing in Harlem, and if he would have just as much as coughed, he'd have died. Yeah, and that happened several years before he actually got shot at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee.
You're a history major, aren't you?
No, but I do like history now. A lot more.
How to play games.
A lot more. Yeah, I'm a game major. That's right. Actually, I just try to be
on a lighter note.
On a lighter note.
Yeah.
I try to annoy people. There you go. That's my major. Anyhow, we're out of here. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Come see me on Monday.
See this guy. See this
See
guy.
Bill. He's at Tire Discounters.
Need tires? See me. Need cars? See him.
Yep. Buzzard 4. We're just outside the fairgrounds.
Just see me and Jerry if you want to buy.